Here are my thoughts and reactions on the big Xbox reveal event where they went over Xbox Series X titles, kind of based on the hype and the excitement level, just for the ordering of the titles I'm talking about. So first up, we got Fable. I am so excited for Fable. I've been waiting so long for another entry, and this tease was exactly what I wanted, and I can't wait to see what they actually do with that. So next up, the big highlight, of course, was the Halo Infinite sort of demo walkthrough. It says demo when they first load up the game, and yeah, this looks absolutely spectacular. I am curious about the open world mechanics because I'm not necessarily a believer in every game needing to be open world, but they seem to be using that and kind of playing to the strengths of the Halo franchise, so I'm very curious what they're going to do with it. Wide range of weapons, gorgeous visuals, a dense world that seems to be full of life, a focused bad guy with the banished, grappling hook, all kinds of cool mechanics. I kind of want to do a separate thing to dig into that one further, like Halo Infinite in general, but this looks absolutely fantastic, and they're playing on the nostalgia just perfectly. Seriously blown away by what they showed there. So here's State of Decay 3. This was, in general, my guesses were like on point for my expectations on this event. This is supposed to be a more, even greater open world experience within State of Decay. I did know that this one was definitely going to be coming. It's kind of an open world zombie survival and management game, and it will be interesting to see how they're pushing the technology with this new one. It appears to be, you know, kind of winter-based setting-wise, more mutations, more danger, and I think this will be one to watch out for because it's going to absolutely deliver. The State of Decay franchise is really neat, and I hope that they kind of branch it out for even more cooperative options with this one. And very much looking forward to seeing what they do with it. So here is Forza Motorsport 8, I'm assuming it'll be called. It doesn't have any moniker of titling yet. It's supposed to be 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing. It looks absolutely wonderful. They did say it was in early development, which is a bit shocking. I would have actually guessed that it would be at launch, but that's not the case. Probably why they've been hyping Dirt up so much, which is going to be a great racing title. But in general, I'm just very surprised that you know, this could be a while out. I'm hoping it's not too late in 2021, but who really knows, right? Because I'm so used to the yearly Forza titles, and it's been a drought recently. So this is another huge one to watch out for. This is Avowed. This is from Obsidian. They make some of the best RPG titles of all time. They also showed off Grounded, which we'll kind of have in the later part of this video. But yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. It sort of looks like an Elder Scrolls title when they show a little bit of the gameplay. But yeah, these guys are absolutely legendary, and I guess this was the game they told Microsoft they wanted to make. So I think this is definitely going to be one of the heavy hitters on the Series X going forward. This is most certainly one to watch out for, and I am truly excited about whatever it is they actually do with this. They make amazing RPG titles, so seriously, if you're a fan of that like style, you're gonna be blown away by that. So this was probably the most surprising game of the show for me. This is Stalker 2. It kind of came out of nowhere. I had no idea that this was even in development. I knew what it was sort of like halfway through the trailer. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. I was actually thinking maybe it was like another Metro already. I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, okay, no, I get this, you know, the Stalker series. Very much looking forward to seeing what they're doing with this one, because I didn't see that it would even be announced here, so yeah, very curious. This is Everwild, so this is Rare's next title. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The visual aesthetic is just stunning. I think this one's going to be a really cool game. It seems to have to do with working with giant creatures, cooperative play. I mean, we don't really even know what's going on here, but it's got such a... I don't know how you would describe the art aesthetic, but it's gorgeous. It looks like something out of a majestic Ghibli film. Can I say that? It kind of looks like that, you know, that look, and it's just really lovely and soft. And yeah, now we're on to Destiny 2. It seems that Bungie's coming a little bit more back into the fold. I think they have the marketing now for this, I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, they're getting a a version built up from the ground for Series X and everything like that, or well, you know, a fancy port of it. So that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, the expansion being teased, and it's nice, but also weird to see a Bungie game back at Xbox, especially considering the, you know, current generation and how things went down. So this was another surprising title, Phantasy Star Online 2. I was not anticipating it. It looks kind of cool and neat. I mean, I think this has been long awaited, maybe? I don't know. It definitely does have some really nice looking visuals. It's a bit of a stranger game for me. I don't necessarily play these types of games, but I'm very much kind of looking forward to it, because I know there's a huge legacy with Xbox in regards to Phantasy Star, so that'll be neat to see and play. This is CrossfireX's campaign. So this is one to watch out for because Remedy is handling this. So there's a multiplayer, which I believe is handled by Smilegate, and then Remedy, yes, is handling this single player. It is a shooter title. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't really know much of what it is based on the trailer. It looked kind of cool. I mean, you're seeing it right now, but because Remedy's doing it, that's why I'm excited, because I just need their name attached to a game and I'm interested. Especially like a pure shooter, I'm really genuinely curious to see what they're going to do with it narrative-wise. So here is The Medium. This one, I'm even more excited for now that I've seen, you know, this trailer, which is more gameplay oriented in regards to the style of it as you're moving sort of between these two worlds. You know, a really great horror title from a studio that continues to deliver on these weird, unique horror experiences. I think it's going to do very well on the platform and be super unique in regards to the bridging between the worlds. I also want to take this point to quickly mention that Hellblade was kind of teased from Ninja Theory. I was expecting to see more from them, so little disappointed. But we should focus on The Medium because that's what we're showing it off here. But yeah, you see the split sort of dimensions, and this does look more like actual gameplay. The amount of detail, the visual style, it kind of looks a little scary and chilling as you, because I mean there's like whole other dimensions you're kind of slipping in between, so it should be interesting. And yeah, next up we have Tell Me Why. So this is going to be a series from Don't Nod. They are known for Life is Strange, Remember Me. They make fantastic narrative-driven adventures. And this one also seems to play around with their usual wheelhouse of, you know, talent and design in regards to playing a little bit with history, you know, the history of these characters, but also, you know, certain supernatural elements, as you're seeing right there. And I think this is going to be one to watch out for. I'm personally really excited because, again, I love the Don't Nod titles, also Vampire. They're just really great narrative-driven experiences, and I think this one will also fall into that too. Should be neat to see. Oh, Psychonauts 2, yeah. Double Fine's big kind of game that Microsoft was able to really help them in regards to pushing their full potential out of this one. It looks super cool, psychedelic, fun. It's going to be quirky and wacky, and they had Jack Black singing in it, and it's going to be a fun game. I mean, it's a Double Fine title, and it's Psychonauts, so something to watch out for, most certainly. Oh, here's another really exciting one. So this is Warhammer 40K's, I believe it's called Darktide. So this is from Fat Shark. They make a basically Left 4 Dead-esque Warhammer title series called Vermintide. So with this one, they're going into the 40K realm. So it's going to be a shooter with lots of scary creatures and monsters. It's going to be kind of funny, I'm assuming, because they also have that little bit of humor here with the lights and all that. But yeah, the Vermintide titles are absolutely stellar. You should definitely play them if you haven't. It's basically like Left 4 Dead Fantasy, and this seems to be, you know, 4-player co-op as a Left 4 Dead shooter type title with monsters. It's not the same, but I make the comparison because they feel so similar. Oh, I should also mention this one is the Gunk. It looks weird, so I don't have a whole lot to say on that. And a couple quick titles right now. This is another one where I'm kind of like, oh, this is cool. That's basically as Dusk Falls, a narrative-driven title, so that's kind of up my alley. We got the Tetris here. This is supposed to be, I think, a really good kind of upgrade for what Tetris is, Tetris Effect Connected, so that'll be neat. Oh, the Outer Worlds, this is the DLC release for it, the expansion. I'm kind of excited because I really like the Outer Worlds. It was a really fun, good game. Peril on Gorgon is what the expansion's called. I think they announced maybe 2, but they showed off this one because it's coming in September. I really enjoyed the Outer Worlds games, I thought. Or the games, but I really enjoyed the Outer World game. It felt like, you know, Fallout in space. It's really cool. Oh, Ori and the Will of the Wisps being teased at 120 FPS, so that'll be cool. Here's Grounded. Just listen to this.
Of games that are nothing like this one. This summer, strive together to thrive together, or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
So yeah, that trailer was just absolutely hilarious in my opinion. Really funny, weird, quirky style. I think Grounded's going to be a fun one. I can't wait to share some gameplay on that when I cover it in the game preview. But moving past that, I thought it was a really good show. It had a lot of stuff to present. There were a couple surprises. They delivered on what I was hoping to see. Halo Infinite looks fantastic. I can't wait for Fable. State of Decay 3 will be excellent. It seems like they're really firing on all cylinders, and while there were some more games I was hoping to see, this was a dense, full experience that really shows what they're trying to deliver with their next generation console. It seems to be a good variety of sort of more mature titles. I was expecting a more casual game here and there in regards to something a little bit more for the family. So I think a balance could be needed there more. But yeah, I thought they absolutely delivered with this show. It was what they needed. It showed the games they needed to show. It was a good frame rate of the show too. It was nice and fluid, which was good. Great experiences, and I can't wait to see what they're doing with the full release of Xbox Series X. I hope to be able to cover that console, hopefully review it and everything like that, and I'll definitely be covering the games and everything going forward. But yeah, exciting times ahead in Xbox. They've got some good things on the horizon, and I think this is going to be a really good period in the history of gaming in regards to, you know, Microsoft's effort here. I think the work that they've been building towards over the years is finally paying off, and I think there was something for all the different fans out there with what they revealed today in the Xbox show. And with that, again, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, found it interesting, and if you want to subscribe, that's neat as well. But yeah, have a good one.